Okay guys, it's me Imad. So today in this video tutorial we will learn about how to use the RS flip-flop within the simulide simulator. So here, in order to search the RS flip-flop module, we need to search manually, okay, in the component section, and here you can find your RS flip-flop in the memory section. So we can click on it and drag it out to the main circuit window. We also need to click on this zoom to fit so that we can see it properly. Okay, now we need to double click on this RS flip-flop. We will go to this set reset inverted sign and we have to uncheck it out. Okay, and now we have removed the inverted bubbles. Okay, now you can see that there are around 5 pins. The first one is set pin, the second one is clock, then third one is reset, Q is the output, and Q dash is the inverted output. Now, how it used to work? Whenever we will give a logic 1 on this set pin, and if the rising edge of the clock is there, then only in this condition our Q will get a logic 1. And after the clock signal has gone, if we will use to change the state of the set pin, okay, the Q output is not going to be affected at all. So this is actually the latch function or memory action. Okay, so, and what about this R pin? This R is actually the reset pin. So whenever we will give a logic 1 on this reset pin, after this is done, if there is our clock signal is there, that is a positive rising edge is there, then only we will get 0 on this Q output. And after the clock signal has gone, we are not going to have any sort of change on this Q. Even if we will use to change this R logics, like if we use to supply 0 or 1, our Q is not going to be changed at all. So let's do experimentally. We will go and we will take our fixed voltage power supply. We also need to click on zoom to fit. We need to copy it out. We need to paste it out. Now again paste it out and again click on zoom to fit. This, and this. We have to connect one with reset, one with set pin, and one with the clock pin. The function of this logic supply is to provide the logic 0 or 1. Okay, and what about Q? We need an LED to see the output on the Q. And we have to left it out the Q dash. Again zoom to fit. Again zoom to fit, and we have a better view now. We need to connect this Q with that of LED. Now we will go for resistor. This is our resistor. Right click on it, rotate clockwise, and we can connect it out like this. Again zoom to fit. And why we have deployed a resistor? Because we don't want our LED to be burned up. So that is why. It is a current limiting resistor. We also need to take the ground. Take this ground and connect it with the resistor. Now our circuit has been completed. Now we will run it out. Now we can see that, okay, our Q is showing positive. Okay, now you can see that initially we have 0 on this Q. Okay, and okay, and now we can see that if I use to give any sort of logic on S or R, it is not going to change the output. So now I will give +1 logic or logic 1 on this set pin, and if I will give this clock signal, then only my Q output is getting logic 1. And after this has been done, even if you will change the set input, it is not going to change the output. And now if I will give logic 1 on reset pin, and then I will give a clock signal. Now you can see that the reset pin is sending 0 to the output Q, or it is making logic 0 on this Q output. And now the clock signal has been gone, and now if you will just change the state of the reset pin, it is not going to affect the output. So this is actually a memory action. So that is why we can say that a flip-flop is our basic memory element. So hopefully you got the concept that how you can use an RS flip-flop within the simulide simulator. So thanks for visiting our channel, and don't forget to subscribe.